Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you a contraption that's not very often seen in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. That is a magma cube farm. A magma cube farm, but why? You might be tempted to ask. Well, there are two reasons. The first one is pretty obvious. As you can see, magma cubes, when either big or medium, drop a very useful item when they're killed. It's this magma cream. The small cubes don't drop anything but XP orbs. It's a tidbit of info you might want to keep in mind because, well, they're basically useless. They're just an annoyance. So magma cream. Why is magma cream useful? Well, it's useful because it can be used to craft magma blocks, of course, although those are quite easy to come by. Well, at least those that you craft with magma cream are free. And the other item that you can use them to craft is this, the fire resistance potion, which is a very useful potion when you're someone like me who dies very often in this game, especially from fire. The second reason why it's interesting to make a magma cube farm is that it's a challenge. Magma cubes are notably hard to kill, or at least annoying to kill, for several reasons. The first of which is that they don't take full damage, as you can see here. No damage at all. The second reason is that they are immune to fire. So if I place lava here, well, they don't take damage at all. And the third reason is that they have the same odd hitbox as big slimes. Well, big magma cubes have the same strange hitbox as big slimes. They're 2.08 blocks wide, which means you can't kill them with a traditional trident killer like the Navy Nexus one, which is 2x2. It's too small to fit a big magma cube. So instead you have to use something like this, which is a slightly advanced trident killer, which I call a mob blender. It's version 2.0 of the mob blender. And, well, while this works quite well against magma cubes, as I'll just show you in a second. See, it works by shifting these trapdoors and moving the tridents that are on the trapdoors to kill mobs. Well, as you can see, it's quite effective, but the problem is that tridents can shift through and glitch through the trapdoors if you log off and on back on to your realm or world without turning the contraption first. So you have to be sure that you can trust the people you play with to turn this off and on each time they need to kill magma cubes, or between each session, gameplay session. Otherwise, well, you'll have to do maintenance operations on this type of trident killers very often. So we have to find a way to kill magma cubes without relying on either fall damage, fire, or TKs. Actually, there is such a way. There's been such a way for quite a while now. It's this, the Wither Rose. But in these two words, there's one that's quite annoying in and of itself. And that's of course Wither. The Wither is by far and large the hardest mob to kill in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It can cause major destruction. So Wither roses aren't exactly easy to come by. And also, they're surprisingly slow, not against small magma cubes, but medium and large magma cubes. They're extremely slow. So what else can we do? Let me get rid of these sheep real quick. Well, since the introduction of Minecraft version 1.18, there's one block that's received a substantial upgrade. It's this one, the sweet berry bush. Up until version 1.17, sweet berry bushes could only harm the player. But since version 1.18, they can also hurt mobs, provided mobs are pushed into neighboring sweet berry bushes. Because mobs avoid to pathfind when they're in sweet berry bushes. Of course, that's obvious because it would harm them. So you have to push them like this. If you have to push them, how can it be useful? Well, actually, there's a little trick here. Let me show you. A mob can push other mobs into sweet berry bushes. So if you have several mobs in a killing chamber like this, as you can see, they kill each other by pushing each other into neighboring sweet berry bushes. Well, if this game could stop being so buggy. Okay. But as you can see, once we're left with just one big slime, we have to wait for another mob to spawn, for it to die. And that's not exactly efficient. Or do we really have to wait? Well, not really. Because there's one mob that A, doesn't take any damage from sweet berry bushes, and B, can pathfind when it's in sweet berry bush blocks. It's the fox. If I put a fox here, this fox is able to move. And whenever it moves, it pushes the magma cube into the bushes, causing it damage. Here you can see it doing its job. And if I put a second one, it's gonna become quite quick, quite fast. Third one, etc., etc. So effectively, here we have foxes that kill magma cubes for us by pushing them into sweet berry bushes. And the fox is an interesting mob. While it can't be tamed, it can be leashed. Like so. And attached to fence posts. It can also be bred by giving it sweet berries. Like so. So it can be quite easily brought to the nether. That's exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna use foxes, sweet berry bushes, and holes to kill magma cubes. How exactly are we going to proceed? In order to build the farm that will kill our magma cubes for us, we're going to use one interesting characteristic of magma cubes. They are aggressive towards iron golems. So if I can magically spawn one onto this platform, no, it's not gonna happen probably. Oh, see, it automatically tried to attack this iron golem. And it can see it from a distance of 16 blocks, which is quite far. So what we're gonna do is build something like this. A platform, well, this is actually just one half of it. A platform with one iron golem in the middle, a 7 by 7 hole around it, and blocks extending to 16 from the center. And if I spawn magma cubes on this platform, you will see they immediately try to attack the golem and, well, fall into the hole. So if we place sweetberry bushes and foxes at the bottom of the hole, we're gonna have a contraption that can automatically kill magma cubes for us. Oh, and if you're wondering how I put this iron golem onto this small 1 by 1 block, it's actually not that difficult. You just have to orient your iron golem the right way before you summon it. Here, for example, let me show you. Here, you see it fell just right onto this crafting table. In order to orient your golem properly, you have to remember to place the blocks, the arms parts, this one and this one, on the east-west axis. You might ask, how can I know where east and west are when I'm in the nether? It's actually quite easy. You take a crafting table like this, you look for the you look at the 3 by 3 squares pattern on top of it, and you look for these two eye-like things here. You see this shadow here and here, where you have both shadows which kind of look like eyes looking down left? Well, that's north. And this pattern isn't replicated anywhere on the crafting table but here. So this corner, top left here, that's northwest. This is west and this is east. This is north, the eyes here. So you just place your blocks like this, and your golem will always fall properly. So now that this has been said, let me take you to the nether and show you an example of a completed farm. So here we are in the nether and the farm is here. As you can see, we already have several magma cubes that do exactly what I just said, aka they spawn onto the platforms, see the golems, try to attack them, fall, and die. Here we have our sweet berry bushes with foxes attached to fence posts. In this one we have 6 foxes, I think, no, 8. And we have only 4 platforms. We don't need to make it huge because it's just magma cream after all, so it's not like we're gonna use a huge ton of the stuff. But you could make it a lot bigger. For example, here is my AFK point. You could add a similar contraption to each side of the AFK point and above it. And you'd get a ton of magma cream. These 4 platforms alone are enough to make me 25 stacks of magma cream per hour, which isn't too bad, all things considered. So what are these farms' merits compared to a farm relying upon spawners? Well, simply put, you get more items. Remember, here we're killing the mobs passively. And despite the small amount of platforms and the fact that we're killing mobs passively, we're still getting 25 stacks per hour. We could replace the killing chamber by one with a trident killer, for example, and yield many more items. So what are its demerits now? The first one is pretty obvious. I said it already, it's only magma cream, it's not your most wanted item. And the second one is also obvious and even more painful, I'd say. Well, it requires to make a perimeter in the nether, which is never easy or fun. But you could attach this contraption to another farm or make it a dual farm by choosing a biome where you also have, for example, zombified piglins and use eggs to attract the zombified piglins into the killing chamber along with the magma cubes. That would make you a gold and magma cream farm. Oh, and by the way, here the biome I selected is basalt deltas. The reason why I chose this specific biome is that magma cubes spawn more in basalt deltas. Normally, they spawn in packs of 1 to 4, but in basalt deltas, they spawn in packs of 2 to 5. So the minimum number of magma cubes you'll have every time one spawns is actually 2. So anyways, the end goal of this video, besides creating a, well, challenging magma cube farm, was to showcase this, which is, I think, an original and fairly promising way to kill mobs passively, because it has unique properties and is actually quite fast. So hopefully you can find uses for it as well in your own farms. As for myself, I'll try to create some other farms using it and perhaps show them to you in subsequent videos. that's it for today, and I hope you liked this video and this little contraption, these foxes and these sweetberry bushes. Well, if you liked it, don't hesitate to subscribe for more contents to come. Thank you for watching. This was Oare, and I hope to see you again in another video. Bye.